Hello, am I audible? Is my voice like clear, or do I need to make some change?
It's clear upon you can start.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Afan. Today I will be the speaker. So, as it is day three, today we'll be going through arrays, data, and some fundamentals about arrays, and also like we'll be seeing some programs also. Also, we'll be looking for some searching techniques like binary search and linear search. So, I guess let's get started with arrays, I guess. So basically, why do we use an array? Uh, like, let us understand with an example. It will be like very clear. See, if you want to, for example, there is a class of 60 students. Okay, there is a class of 60 students that now we have to store the marks of these 60 students. Let us take the PPS marks. So if I want to store this all 60 student marks, so how what's the first point, like what's the first thing comes to mind is that let us declare 60 variables directly from let us store it according to our roll number, like roll number 01, 02, 03, so on till 60. But this is not the the right path, right procedure to store. Like it takes so much of time, and also it will take so much of space also. So for tackling this issue, what we do is we use an array. So array basically avoids declaring multiple variables for similar data. Efficient handling of large data sets simplifies data processing. We use loops for accessing these data arrays. We'll look at in the next slide. So common use cases are this basically. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages of arrays? Okay, first is faster access. You can access the array pretty fast, and easy traversal. We can do the traversal with the help of loops. We'll look at it in the next slide. Easy travels, less code. Basically we are like shortening the code, like by declaring number of 60, by declaring number of 60 variables, we are like not doing that. We'll use one array and we'll store all those 60 data in array. So it is very suitable for sorting and searching also. Limitations is that fixed size. Basically we give a fixed size like this, somewhat like 5. So we can store from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We basically store n minus 1. Array starts from 0. Okay, it goes then this, then this, then this, then this. So n minus 1 will be storing n minus 1 type of data here. And the next is wastage of memory. Like there is also another way of declaring an array. First way is like this. We will declare it like giving the size to an array. The second one is dynamically like declaring an array. We don't like mention what is the size here. So it will dynamically like how much during the time of initialization, how much data will be initializing, that amount of data, like that amount of size will be stored here. So we don't specifically tell that it is of size 5. So let's move again. So there are three types of arrays. One is one dimensional array, and there is two dimensional array, and also multi dimensional array. We looked for this in the upcoming slides. As I have said you, key array is like uh, stored, initialized like this by giving the size number, or else by giving the, by not giving the size number. Like it is it will dynamically take the memory, take the size. So how it is stored? Let us take an example for a size 5 array. Let me draw how it looks. So it will be stored like this. Let me check that 1 second. Let us assume that our array is named as A and the size is 5. Okay. So first here the 0 1 will be stored. Here the array A1 will be stored. Here the array 2 will be stored. Here the array 3 will be stored. Here the array 4 will be stored. Okay. Let us assume that this has the value 3, 4, and here has it has like 1 or 2, or and here will be, let it be 5. So this is how we store the elements in an array. As I have taken size 5, we are storing n. Let us assume that this 5 is n. Okay, n is equals to 5. So we basically store n minus 5 elements in the array. If the array size is 10, assume, then here the values will be like a0 to a9. Okay. Examples, see, here we are storing integer data type. The name is given as marks and the size is 5. So it will be stored like this, like marks 0, continue till marks n minus 1 is like 4. Till 4 it will be stored. Okay. So I assume that, like I say that PPS can be understood well with a program. So, like if you understand the program, you can directly expand it in theory form also. So let us look at the first program, one-dimensional array. Like I will be explaining what will be happening like in each and every line. So it is better. It is like easy to understand. If you have any queries, you can like mute your like you can raise your hand or you can like ask me any questions if you want. So let us first look into the first program. Here the first is like we are initializing the package. You might be familiar with this, like you have seen it everywhere. So that is there. Then again here the main function, you see it every time, like you are storing the like you are initializing the main function, and here is the opening bracket. Here is the opening bracket and this main is being closed here. So first is array 5. This array 5 is the name of the array which is of size 5. As I have said you, how many elements will be storing here? 5 elements we will be storing here. So it is n minus 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This array will be the data will be stored in this format. Okay. Let me draw the array also, like the diagram for the array also, so it will be clear for you. Okay, this is the diagram. The first thing is we are like for code readability and all, we are like printing a line which is saying enter 5 elements. We are basically like we will be asking the user at the runtime the values to be stored here. You can declare, like you can store the array in two types. Like you can directly give the data here, or you can prompt the user for the data. Okay. So in this current program, we are like prompting the user to enter the arrays. So it is like the values are not fixed here. Okay. So the first thing is for code readability and all, we are printing a line known as like what it is doing is printing enter 5 elements. Okay. The next thing what we are doing is applying a for loop. Now listen here carefully. The for loop here, we have also initialized I value also. You can also write int I in the loop itself. No worries, but we are initializing directly over here only. We are giving I value as 0. Uh, and I is less than 5. I is less than 5. Okay. I is less than 5 means this loop will end when the value is 5, because it will only go till 5, go till 4. Okay. Not 5, because the condition will be false, as 5 is less than 5. It is not true, right? If it was less than equal to, it would have been true, but it is less than 5. So we are ending the loop at the value 5. And look at here, like array, the name of the array is arr, right? Here the first value will be stored 0. Here it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. As we want to store the value till 4 only, we are only running the loop till we are, yeah, we are running the loop till 5, but the values will be stored till only 4, because this condition will be false when it becomes 5. Okay. The second is scanf. Scanf is basically used for like prompting the user to enter. So percentage d is what we use for int. Then here and is like the placeholder and all. So array I. So when the first iteration happens, 1 minute. When the first iteration happens, when the first iteration happens for array 0, the loop will run for I is equals to 0. 0 is less than 5. Yes, it is true. Then it will come inside the loop and it will prompt the user to enter a value. Suppose I have entered a value. Let us see that it is 2. We have entered the value 2. So 2 will be stored here. Okay. So next time when this line is executed, right? The next time what the next step is that key, it will increment. I plus plus will increment the value of I from 0 to 1. So the value is 1. So it will come inside the loop again, and it will again prompt the user to like enter the value for the array. Assume like I have entered 3. So the value stored here will be 3. And next will be like next again the loop will be running after this execution of this statement. The loop will again increment, so the I value now becomes from 1 to, it will be 2. So again it will check the condition is 2 less than 5, and if it is true, then again it will come inside the loop and execute this statement here. So after that we again like enter the value. For example, we enter 4. So this 4 will be again stored here. Okay. After that, after that the loop again continues. Like it will again after this statement, it will again go for incrementation. So it will be like from 2 to, it will be 3 now. 3 again, it will check the condition. 3 is less than equals to 5. Yes, it is true. So again it will come inside the loop. Again it will like execute, again it will like run this statement, and it will again prompt us for the value to be entered. So let us assume that it is 1. So again we will be storing here 1. After that, again the same thing. Again it will go after executing this statement, it will like go for the increment. So it will be like 4 is less than 5. As soon as the 4 is less than 5, it will again check the condition I is less than 5. So I is like here 4. So 4 is less than 5. Yes, it is true. So again, it will come inside the statement, and again it will prompt the user for the value. So let us give it as 5. So here it will be 5. Now what happens is, again it will go for incrementation. Now the value of I is 5. Now what happens? It compares. I less like is 5 less than 5. It will check the condition. It is not. So after that it will directly come out of the loop. This part is done here. Okay. We have given the values as 2, 3, 4, 1, and 5. Next, the next statement, the next line of code is like printf. It is like basically like we are printing like a sentence here, that is array elements are. So array elements are, and this slash n is like it will take you to the next line. Again, after that, there is again a for loop. This for loop, you can see that this and the above for loop are almost similar. And inside inside how here we are taking like scanf for like user input, but here we'll be like taking we'll be printing what we have stored in the array here. The value which we have stored here, we will be printing that now. So next it is like we will take the for loop again. Same procedure like how I have said, it will go inside the loop first. It will see that the I value is 0, then I less than 5. 0 is less than 5, yes it is true. 0 is less than 5, yes it is true. Again it will come inside the loop first. It will come, and percentage d is like the placeholder for the array of I. Array of I, so array of I is like array here, and what is the value of I for the first iteration? It is 0. So this 0 value 2 which you are having here, that will be stored in that will be printed here. It will be like it will print the value 2 here. Again what happens is, it will go after execution of this statement, it will go for increment. So after 2 it will be like plus 1. uh, it will be plus 1, so the value of I will go from 0 to, it will go to 1. Okay, after the value is 1, again it will check for the condition, is 1 less than 5? If it is less than 5, yes it is true. It will go inside the loop first. It will go inside the loop. Again it will print what is the value of array. What is the value of array 1? The value of array 1 what we have stored is 3. So it will print 3 here. After the next incrementation, after this printing of 3, then it will go for increment. The value of I becomes from 1 to, it becomes like 2. So again it will check, is I less than 2? Yes, it is I less than 5. That is 2, is 2 less than 5? Yes, it is true. Again it will come inside the print, again come inside the print statement, and again it prints the value of I. So the I value, next I value is like 4. We have stored here, right? Again what happens is, it goes for incrementation. Again it will check the value of I becomes from 2 to 3. So again it will check the condition, is 3 less than 5? Yes, it is true. Then again it will come for the statement, again it will come for the print statement, and again and it will enter the value here. The value of 3 what we have stored here is 1. It will print 1. The next step is again key, it will go for incrementation. Again the value will be 4 now. I value is now 4. It will check the condition, is I less than 5? Is 4 less than 5? Yes, it is 5. It is true. Again it will come inside the loop. Again it will enter the value of what is at the last, 5. As you have seen, key, we have printed our array. Here no doubt it will go for incrementation. The I value will again become 5. After that what happens is, this condition will like not satisfy. 5 is 5 is 5 less than 5 is not true, right? So it will come out of the loop and we'll get the required array. I hope everyone is clear. If you have any doubt you can ask. Is there any doubt in this program? Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So I will move on then. The second program what we are taking here is an sum of elements. We are like printing a sum of elements here. Sum of elements will be printing here. So as usual, this is the package with what we are importing. This is our main function, which is closing here. Now, the first thing what we have done is, I have said you that there are two types where how we'll be initializing the data. The first is which we have seen in the previous program, that is we are taking the user input. User input. The second example here, here it is given. We are directly declaring the values which are fixed. Now it will the values are like the size is 5, right? For array, one minute. For array size 0, this is stored. For array size for array 1, it is here. For 2, it is this. 3, it is this, and 4, it is this. Okay, we're directly declaring here now the values of array size 5 are 10, 20, 30, and 40. Okay, we have directly declared here. We will not be taking the user input. Now we have again declared is that int is I. This will be again used for loop. And look carefully here that there is one more thing, that is sum is equals to 0. I will explain you why we have stored the sum is equals to 0 in the coming lines. So as usual, we have used loops. Loops is like the best friend of array here. Like for accessing elements in the array, we basically use the loops everywhere. So the I value what we have stored, we have initialized it to 0. Again, I is less than 5, that usual condition. So first iteration will be like 0. 0 is less than 5, it will check. It will come inside the loop and look here once. Sum is equals to sum plus array I. Let us understand this. 0, sum, what is the value of sum? Sum is equals to 0. 0 is equals to 0 plus what will be array of I for the iteration 0. 0, we are in the 0th iteration. So it is like 10. The element here is 10 for array 0, right? So here the value will be 10. What is 0 plus 10? It will answer will be 10. Now this 10 will be stored in sum. In here it is like we are storing the value of 10 in the sum 0. No doubt the sum value was 0 first, but now the value has been changed from 0 to 10. It is now 0, 0, it was 0 now, but now it is 10. Okay, remember that here that some value is now 10 for the current iteration. So let us move on for the next iteration. As I have said, key 0 is the 0th iteration is done. Again, after execution of this statement, it will go for iteration. From 0, the element will be 1 now. Now, as the element is 1, 1 is less than 5. It will check the condition. Again, it will come inside the loop. As soon as it comes inside the loop, it is saying that sum is equals to sum plus array I. So I have said you that to remember this value, right? Now we will apply here. Some value was 10 is equals to 10 plus what is the first element, like array 1. Array 1 is this, right? 20. So it will be 20. What is 10 plus 20? It will be 30. This 30 will be again applied to the sum. The value of sum will change from 10 to it will change 30. Okay, so again the sum value from 0 from not being 0 to it will be like 30 now. Again, after this iteration, what happens is after this execution of the statement, what happens is iteration. So from 1 to from 1 it will go to 2. It will become 1 plus 1 2, right? So it will be 2. Again it will check the condition, is 2 less than 5? Yes, 2 is less than 5. Again it will come inside the sum thing and sum statement, and sum here what I have said is now 30, right? So from being 30, it will be 30 is equals to 30 plus what is array of 2. So this was 1, as this was 0, this was 1, this is 2, right? So array of 2 is 30 again. So 30. So 30 plus 30, it is 60. Again, this 60 will be stored in sum. So the sum value from being 30, it will be like 60 now. Okay. Again, it will increment from the iteration value. What was the last iteration value? It was 2, right? So from 2, it will be like 3. So it will again check the condition, is 3 less than 5? Yes, it is. Then again it will come inside this statement. And what is the value of the sum? It was 60, right? 60 is equals to 60 plus what is the third value? Third value is like 40. I value is like 3, right? So 40. So 60 plus 40, what it will be? 60 plus 40 is nothing but 100. So the 100 value will again be stored in the sum. Again for the next iteration, again for the next step, it will go for iteration. So from being from I value, what was the I value? I value was 3, right? Again, it will be iterated to be 4. So again, the condition will be checked. Is 4 less than 5? Yes, it is. Then again, it will come inside. The last sum value was 100, right? 100 is equals to 100 plus what is array of 4? Array of 4, right? From the, yeah, array of 4 here. Array of 4 is nothing but 50. So 100 plus 50 is like 150. So the final sum value is now 150, right? So 150, then again iteration will occur, no doubt. Like again iteration will be occurring from value of 4, I value becomes 5. As soon as it goes for the condition checking, like 5 is not less than 5, right? So it will come out of the loop. And here what we are doing is like printing the sum value. What we have stored in sum from that much time, like it is now 150, right? It is 150, right? The sum of all these values. This value we are printing here. We are giving like sum is equals to percentage is for like the placeholder, and what value are we placing there? The sum value we are placing in this value. So at last, what it will give is sum is equals to 150. It will give. So any doubts in this program? If so, do ask. Okay. No. So we'll move on. As I have studied that the array can be like given the size for initializing. We can give the size or we can dynamically like leave it like this only. It will like dynamically take what is the size depending upon how much data we are inputting. Like if I entered 5 elements, then your size will be automatically 5 for dynamic array. So we are here nothing is here we are discussing about compile time array, like how we are initializing the array. This is one example. Again, this is partial initializing. Like we are not using the other spaces, like we are here only zeroth place and one first place we are using. 2, 3 and 4 you are not using. Here it is like dynamically, here how it is like dynamically we are initializing the array. And at runtime we will be like asking the user for prompting the values in the array. So we'll use scanf. There is nothing to discuss here. Next is this third program, runtime array initialization. This is same as how we have discussed here, like the one-time array here. How we have seen this program, right? This is nothing but same. Only the thing is here we are giving the size value as 4. So n minus 1 times only it will ask the user. That is, it will prompt for 3 times. That is for 0th time. For 0th time, it will ask the user for 1 time, for 2 time, and for third time. It will ask the user what is the value. Basically, as I guess now you have understood how the loop works for arrays. Like for uh, zeroth iteration, it will go. It will like prompt the user for 0th value, then first value, then second, and then third. Here we are basically like here we are like basically prompting the user how to store the value, or like what value are prompting here. So you can give any value here. Then in the print statement, we are like printing the stored value here. We are printing the value here. Okay. Now let us look into like the two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array is also very easy. It is not like difficult. Let me explain how it works here first. There are three types of array, right? One we have already discussed is like the one-dimensional array, 1D array. This is now what we are discussing is 2D array. So we, think 2D array as a matrices. Like you might be studying your M1, like how the matrix is like. Here I've already like shown you the diagram. It will be like this. Just see how the structure will be for two-dimensional array. Okay. Here we will be like taking rows and columns. There are two values. You in 1D array, we like initialize the variable as like this, right? In 2D array, we'll be like taking two values. Let it be 2 and 3. This first value will be the rows, okay? Will be known as the rows. The second value will be known as the columns, okay? Rows are nothing but this. These are the rows. So I have stored two, right? So here the example is for like A33. This example I've taken, but in the diagram it is given as A33. So three rows, then three columns. Zeroth column, as I said, array always starts from zero. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So here first here is array row zero. Uh, Always first will be row, the second will be column. Zeroth row, first row and second row. Column is like zeroth column. These are the columns: zeroth column, first column, and second column. This is the example how how it will be initialized. It will be initialized row wise. So the first value, let us assume that I'm storing. I will take example here. It will always go from row. So first value is, for example, I have stored one. It will be stored first here. You can see here is 00. I will tell you what is the use of these values in the future in the upcoming slide. So the 00 value will be stored first, 1. Then again 01 will be stored. Okay, 01 will be like 2. Then again it will be like 02. 02 will let us go for 3. Again 10 will be stored. It will be like let us see that 4. Again it will be like 5. Then again it will be like 6. Then 7 here. Then 8, 9. It will be stored row wise. Okay. Initialization is like row wise. uh, Make sure that you memorize, or like you can understand. Basically, do remember this diagram because it will be a huge help. Like you will understand the program easily. Let us move forward. Let us understand it with the help of a program. Okay. We'll like take the diagram here. Let me make it here. Let me directly give the values itself. 00, 01. Here will be 02. Then here will be 10, I guess. Yeah, 10, 11, 12, 20. This is basically the indexing. Okay. I'm not storing the values here. 22. So the size here is like given for array 22. So the rows will be like only two rows will be there and two columns will be there. But I have taken here the example for three. No worries. Two rows and two columns. Okay. Two rows and two columns will be taken. And we have again initialized like the I and j. Let me tell you why we are using j also. Like in the one dimensional array we have taken like only I, but here we are taking j. I will explain it in the coming lines. The first line is like printing the user. Like basically we are printing this sentence: enter four elements. So this is like loop within itself. Like in yeah, like there are two loops, right? There is one loop inside another loop. Okay. First what happens is it will go for first iteration. It will come inside. It will take the value of I as 0. Then it will check the condition: is 0 less than 2. Yes it is. Then it will come down. It will again go for this loop. Okay. The upper loop I value is 0. Remember this. It will come inside, and it will see that j value is 0. Then it will again go for like condition checking: 0 is less than 2. Yes, 0 is less than 2. Yes. Then after that, what is the next step? It will go inside the loop, and it will like scanf, right? Scanf is like for prompting the user, like taking the value. So here what we are doing is like we're taking this value. Okay, carefully. This is the placeholder, and this is the value which we are like asking the user for. So array, what is the value of I? I said the value of I is 0. So 0. And what is the value of j in the first iteration? 0. So this value will be prompted for the user. This space will be prompted, like what value should we be storing here. So let us see that the value what we are storing is, let us assume 1 we are storing. So this 1 will be stored here. Here it will be stored. Then after this, what happens is like it will again go for the second loop. It is not going for the first loop. Okay, we are in this loop only. We are on this loop only. Okay. So after execution of this statement, it will be the turn of incrementation. So the j value from being 0, it will be 1. As j value was 0, it is incremented once, so it will be like 1. So again, it will check the condition. Is 1 less than 2? Yes, it is true. Then again, it will come inside, and again it will prompt for the user. It will prompt for the user for what value now? The value of I is not changing. The value of I will remain the same, but the value of j has been changed. It has been incremented to 1. So the value of 0, 1 will be prompted by the user, will be prompted to the user. So for example, I am taking 2. The value I am taking is 2. 2, I'm taking the value 2. Now what happens is, as the value of j has become uh, j is now 1, again it will, after the execution of this statement, it will again go for incrementation. From value 1, it will be now 2, right? Now for being 2, then again it will check the condition. 2 is less than 2. It is false, right? So what happens is, after being false, this will go to this loop which we are having, right? This I loop. It will go to that loop. As the inside statement has been executed completely, it will go for incrementation. How, like we are going for incrementation for j, right? Let me like clear my screen. The value which we stored was 1 and 2, right? After like going for j, the j incrementation was like 2, right? The I value became 2. After storing this 2 here, the incrementation happened and the j value became 2. The j value became 2. Again, it checked for the condition, and the condition was false, right? After false, what happened is like it came out of this loop, this j loop. Okay, it came out of the j loop, and it is now for going for I loop. As the inside statement's been executed, after this what happens usually is like we go for incrementation of I. How we have gone for incrementation of j? As soon as this was executed, right? This printing was done. As soon as we completed execution of this statement, gone for the incrementation of j, right? Now as soon as this block of for loop has been completed, it will go for incrementation of I here. So I value from 0, it will become 1. It will become 1. Okay. So it will check again the condition of I. Is I less than equal to, is 1, value of I become 1, right? 1 is less than equal to 2. Yes, it is true. Then it will come inside the loop again. It will come inside the loop, and it will again execute this j loop. It executed for it executed for I value 0. Now it is executing for I value 1. Okay. So now as the I value is 1, it will again come inside the loop, and then it will again run this j loop. This j loop will again be like j is equal to 0. The j will become 0 again. because we are reinitializing j is equals to 0. So from j is equals to 0, the j value is 0 now. Again, it will check the j condition, 0 is less than 2. Again, it will come and it will execute this below statement. This below statement is nothing but we are prompting the user for the value. So the value of ARR, so array, this will be like I value is 1, right? J value is 0. So this will be storing here. Let us take that this value is like 3. Again, what happens is as soon as the statement is executed, right? The statement is executed. Again, what happens is like it will again go for incrementation. Again, from the value, again j value was 1, right? 0, right? It will become 1. As soon as it becomes 1, it will again check the value for j here, and it will see that 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is true. Then again it will come for increment, like it again it will come for this statement. This statement, like I value is fixed. I like here in this current iteration I value is fixed and I is 1, but j value has also become 1 because we have incremented, right? So let us assume we have storing 4. So this value I have stored here 4. Now what happens is again it will like the after execution of this statement, it will again go for incrementation. Again, as soon as it goes for incrementation, the j value from 1, it will become 2. Again, it will check for the condition 2 is less than 2. No, it is not. So again, what happens is this block of code is executed. As soon as this block of code is executed, it will go for the incrementation of I. As soon as the incrementation of I is done, from being 1, it will be 2. It was 1 before, right? Now it will be 2. Again, it will check for the condition, and as soon as we check the condition, 2 is less than 2 is not true, right? So again, what happens? This code is done. It will come out of this outer loop also. The inner loop is already done. It will not go for inner loop. It will come out of this outer loop. After coming out of outer loop, what it will execute, what we are doing here is like printing the matrix element. What we have prompted from the user, the same thing what we are doing, we are basically printing. Everything is same. The working and everything is same. But instead of like prompting the user, we are like printing what we have stored. So what we have stored, 1, 2, and 3, 4 we have stored. This has been stored in the array, two-dimensional array. So the basically that same thing we are printing here. It will again go inside the loop. It will check for I value 0. Yes, 0 is less than 2. Yes, it is. Then it will come for this inner loop. Then it will go for j. Then j value, as soon as j value is 0, j is less than 2. Again, it will execute this print. What it will print here is I value is 0, right? And j value is also 0. So it will print this 0 0 value. What is 0 0 value? It is 1, 1 here. So it will basically print the value 1 there. After that, again it will go for incrementation. As soon as this is executed, this printf is executed, it will again go for incrementation of j. From being 0, it will become 1. Again, it will check the condition. Again, the same thing. It will come inside and again it will print this 2 value. Again, j becomes 2. J 2 is less than 2. It is false, right? It will go for incrementation of I here. Here I will be executed. I from 0, it will be 1 here. As soon as I is 1, it will check for the condition like is I less than 2. I value is 1, right? 1 is less than 2. Again, it is true. It will come inside the loop and it will execute this inner loop till j value becomes 2. As soon as j value becomes 2, it will not satisfy the condition. It will come again out. Again, after coming out, this value will be printed, like 3 and 4 will be printed for the second iteration of I. As I became 1, right? This 1 0 will be executed and 1 1 will be executed. As soon as j value was false, j became 2 or 2, it will go for the outer loop. As soon as I is incremented from 1 to 2, as soon as it became 1 to 2, then again it will check the condition of I. Is 2 less than 2? No, it is not. Then again it will come out of the outer loop also. This outer loop also, it will come out and it will like basically print here. Okay. Now you might have like noticed the printf here. Sorry, I did not notice it here. There is one printf here. This printf is nothing but like giving spaces. Like if I don't write this printf here, what happens is like it will give me like this values. It will give me like 1 2 3 4. It will like not for like viewing purposes. Like it has given the printf. It will if I don't write this printf, it will show the output as like this. For viewing purposes, like to make it as a matrix, I have like added a printf. So after coming out of this outer loop, sorry, inner loop, the j loop, it will go for this printf here. It will not go for incrementation first. It will go for the printf here. This printf is basically giving us a next line. So after 1 and 2, it is basically giving us next line. After going to that next line, this again will come. This printf will again go for, after execution of this printf, it will go for incrementation. Again, it will like go inside. Again, it will like do the printing, and it will we'll get the values 3 4. After that, again it will like give some space here, but as we have already printed the values stored here, uh, there is no use for like giving that. But that's it, I guess, for this program. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask. I actually did not notice this printf. There is not a big difference if you like don't do here, like if you don't write it here. For viewing purposes, we have like given a printf, which basically gives us a next line. If there are any doubts, please ask. Okay. Do I proceed further, or anybody is having doubt? Proceed. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, then I will proceed. As I have discussed, there are three types of array. We have discussed the one-dimensional array. We have also discussed the two-dimensional array. There is also a multi-dimensional array. This usually doesn't ask in the exam, but for knowledge purposes, like for I think program will not be asked probably. But for what is a multi-dimensional array? Array within more than two arrays. Declaration will be given like this. As you can see, for two-dimensional array, we have given two. For three-dimensional array, we are giving like three. Okay. Basically, this you might have, if you are familiar with machine learning and all, the data sets you see are like usually in this type of array, like in this type only. Okay. And for the program, let us understand this with a program. Okay? So as there is nothing different like new here, like it is same as the two-dimensional array only, but instead like having two loops, instead of having two loops, we are having three loops here. This is the first loop, the second loop, the third loop. Okay. Here also we are like not prompting the user for the values, we are directly declaring the values as 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll basically give you the just how the program is working. 1 minute. Okay. So like let us see what is given here. First is the package. We have a element package here. Here has been imported. This is the main function again. Now, for some time, just forget this. Just remember that we have like given a array of int test name test, and this is the size 2, 3, and 2. Just leave this for a moment. I will just give you how this how this for loop is working. Next, we have stored, we have like initialized three variables, I, j, and k. I is for the first loop here. This j is for this inner loop, and k is for one more loop which we are inside, which is inside the j, inside the j. Okay. Now, how this will be executed? How this program works basically is this two, this three, and also two here. Here, two is block. Remember this as a block. Okay. I will explain you what is like block and all. And three is like three is like three rows per block. Three rows per block. And two is like two is like columns. Two is like two columns per row. Now let us understand how these loops are working. First, it will go for I. It will like check I value is given as 0. It will again check the condition, and as soon as the condition is true, it will go for j loop. Then again, it will see that j is equals to 0. Again, this j is less than 3 will be executed. As soon as this j is less than 3 is executed, it will again come for this inner loop. As soon as this inner loop is executed, what happens is like it will go for this print statement. K is 0, 0 is less than 2. Yes, it is true. Then it will come for this print statement. As soon as it came for the print statement, it will like check what is the value of here. Basically, this is the statement which we are printing. This percentage d is nothing but the placeholders for all this one. For I is it is the for I this is the placeholder. For j this is the placeholder. For k this is the placeholder, and this is the value which we will be storing here. This is for like test. This will be this value will be stored here. Stored in the sense it will be printed here. Okay. So the first loop, what happens is like the value is 0 for I. As I said, this is I value. Then again for j value, it is also 0. For k value, again it is 0. So for this value, we are printing 000. What will be 000? So let us assume that 00 is like we'll keep 00 as 1. Okay. So again, what happens is it will go for next iteration from value of k, which is 0 here. It will increment. I will not go into further details as you have already seen how it is incrementing. After this statement, will go for increment. Again, this value will be like 1. It will be like we'll be storing the value for 0 0 0 0 again 1. Let us assume that this is 2 then. Again, what happens is k value will be incremented from 1 to 2. And as soon as we check that this condition is not being satisfied, as 2 is less than 2 is not being satisfied, again what happens, this will come out of the loop and go for j incrementation. We'll go for j incrementation here. As soon as this j incrementation is done, from j value of being 0, it will be 1. Okay. J value will be 1. Again, as for j value 1, for j value 1, it will execute this loop. Same. How we have stored like for this thing, it will again go for j value 1. So basically we are done with 0 0. In the first round of incrementation, this is done. 0 0, and this value was 1. As soon as this j value became 1, this will I we have not come to I right now. So I this is j value will be 1. From being 0, it has been incremented to 1, and the k first k iteration will be 0, right? This value will be printed here. Okay, this value will be printed here. What we are storing here is 3. We are storing here 3. We stored here, like we stored 2 here, and we stored 1 here. So this will be this will be printed. 3 will be printed. Again, it will go for incrementation of k. K from 0 it will be 1. Again, will like go for, this will be 1 only. Like the k value is fixed here, right? For right moment, for this moment. From being 0, the k value will be 1. As soon as this is 1, we'll again give this value. Let us give, we are giving the value here is 4, right? 4 will give. As soon as this is over, as soon as the k value from 1, it is incremented to 2. This condition will again be false. As soon as this is false, it will again go for this j incrementation. For j incrementation, what happens is j will be like incremented to 2. The j value was 1 here, right? Now it will be 2. As soon as now it is 2, for this value j value, for j value being 2, this again k values will be in prompted, like will be printed. One is 0, one is like, this will be 2 only, this will be like 1. We'll store here is 5, and I guess here will be like storing 6. 6 we have stored. Again, as soon as this j value is like printed, this k value is like printed, then it will go for incrementation from 1 to 2. 2 is less than 2, it is false, right? It will again go for j incrementation. As j value was 1 here, j values was 2 here, 2 it will be incremented from 2 to 3. So 3 less than 3 is false, right? After incrementation of like after execution of this like after the condition checking of j, that is 3 less than 3, it is false, right? It will go again for the incrementation of I. Will again go for the implementation of I. From I, what happens is like I value from being 0 will be 1 here. 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is true. This again whole thing will be done for I value is 1. This value is 0 here, right? Everything will be same. Like j incrementation and k incrementation will happen the same only. The not the minor difference is like I will be 1 now. I will be 1. For one value with one value, we are again like prompting the user the same thing. So here what if I like explain it, it will take some time. So there is nothing more, like no more changes has been done. Only the thing is we are changing the I value from 0 to 1. Same procedure it will follow. As soon as this I value becomes 1, 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is yes, it is true. Then again it will come inside, again it will come inside, and again it will execute for j will be 0, j is less than 0, again it will come. After that what happens is like it will come for k value will be executed till like it will execute for k 0 0, 0 will be executed, 1 will be executed. As soon as k becomes 2, again it will like go for j. As soon as it goes for j, it will increment the j value from being 0 will become 1. Again after becoming 1, this 1 and this is again it will go for k value will again be 0. It will execute the same thing, but only the change difference is the I value has become 1. After that what happens is, as soon as we have like also given the values 7 8 9 10 11 12, this these are the values we are giving for I here. As soon as that is done, it will again go for I incrementation. This value also will become false for after certain iteration. After that it will go for I incrementation, and I, as soon as I becomes 1, I was 1 right before, it was 1 before, it will again increment to 2. 2 is less than 2, this condition will again be checked, and it will like the condition will be false. So as soon as it is false, it will come inside. So the thing what I was telling you here was this 2 will be represented as block. like block, and 3 will be represented as 3 rows per block, and like 2 is like 2 columns per row. So here basically we're having 3 rows per block, okay, and 2 columns we are having, 2 columns we are having. So these values will be stored in terms of block. We are having 2 blocks here. So one more matrix will be there. This is one matrix. Again, one more matrix will be there. Same 3 and 2. Same 3 rows. 3 rows will be there. 2 columns will be there. These values which we have stored here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, all these values will be stored in this matrices. If you basically understand how the loop is working, it is like easy. Okay. If you have any doubt in the loop here, you can like in the program you can ask me. If not, I can proceed. Okay. Uh, is there a 15-minute break or something, Abid? Or shall I continue for searching also? After this, I think it is searching only. Yeah. Do I proceed or there is a 15-minute break? Vasi here? Yeah, yeah, 1 second. Oh, someone has asked a doubt. Oh, I did not look this. Okay. So like in 2D arrays, ah, 1 minute. So like the 2 is the block. This 3 and 2 is nothing but rows and columns, how we have seen in the previous one. 2 blocks is like there is basically understand that 2 blocks is nothing but 2 matrices. In 2D arrays. Okay, okay. INJ before. Okay. Acha, here. Here I and J like are the I is the I and J. Okay, the loop things. Okay, okay. Oh, oh. Acha. Yeah, nothing but we are like I is no, I is rows and J is column. Yeah, basically, yeah, that is the thing. I we are taking for rows. This I is nothing but we are taking for rows, and J is nothing but you are taking for column. As I have said you how it will be stored, it will go for 0, 0, then 0, 1, and then it will go for 1, 0, 1, 1, right? 0, 0 here, the row is the same. This 0, 0 is there, right? This is row, this is column. 0, 1 is like this is row, this is column. 1, 0 is like 1, 1 is row, and this 0 is column. 1, 1 is like 1 is row, and other one is column. Okay. Any other doubt? Okay. So here we will be like seeing what are the searching algorithms. What is basically searching used for? As we have seen, arrays is like the building block for searching. Like if you understood arrays, searching is like pretty easy. It is not that difficult. Searching is like basically we are using for like searching a particular element. For example, let me take So let me take a array of size 5. Array of 5. This is a of 0. This will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let us assume that a of 0 is having 2, 4, 1, 3, and 5. Okay. So searching is basically like searching for a particular element in this whole array. For example, I want to search element 1. I want to search element 1. For searching this element 1, we use searching techniques such as like there are two types. There are two uh, searching techniques we will be looking here. The first one will be like linear search, and the second one will be like binary search. I have these slides in the following like slides, so no need to worry. Basically, let's see if as soon as like I get my element, I will print a statement like yes, I has been like the element one has been found at this index 2. A of 2, the searching element has been like the element which we were searching for, we will print that. If there is no element, like for example, I was searching for element 6, assume. There is no element as 6, right? So it will give us like as an unsuccessful search. We'll print the statement for the user as there is no element. So hence it is an unsuccessful search. That is what we are, it is here. Let us proceed further. So that the first we are looking is for linear search. What is linear search? Linear search is also known as a sequential search. Why it is known as sequential search is, as I have taken the example, as I have taken the example in the previous slide for a array size 5, we will be searching for elements sequentially. Like first I will search for this particular block. Then next I will search for this particular block. Then next I will search for this particular block. Then this, then this. We are following a sequence here. So as soon as I get an element, for example, I was getting an element here in the previous one, right? I was searching for like one here. So as soon as I get the element here, I will come out of that loop, and I will print a successful search. I will print a message as success. Okay. If there is nothing found, like for example I was searching for 6, if there is nothing found, we'll like give a search as unsuccessful search. Okay, let us understand this with the help of program. It will be easy. I don't think there is the examiner will ask for like the time complexity and all, or you can like skip this. It is very simple to like implement, but it takes some time. It is like slower when compared to one more search which we will be discussing, that is the binary search. This search is like pretty fast, but there are some conditions to be applied before applying binary search. We'll look into that in the coming slide. Let us understand linear search with the help of a program. Okay, I hope the program is visible. Is it too small? Is it too small, or is it visible, the program? Okay, okay then. Let us like proceed. First is like, first statement is nothing but you're, or like you're importing the package. Okay, then here what we are doing is like we are initial one, what we are doing is like we are declaring a function here. As you can see, to keep the code as short, like as clean as possible, we are we are implementing a, what I can say is a function here, which is named as linear search. In that linear search, we are passing this three values here. These three values. These three values are nothing but int array a and int n we are initializing, and also we are keeping a value. Let me keep what we are initializing. We are like initializing int array. This is array here. As I said, you like we can declare array in, like we can declare the array like by giving the size of the array first itself. But here like we are using like the dynamic array. So dynamic array works is like how many elements we store, that will eventually becomes the size of that array. Okay. So the first element, what we are first variable, what we are like initializing is array a. Then int n we are like initializing. Then int k key we are initializing. Okay. As soon as we are have done this, we have only like initialized that. Okay. 1 second. After that, we are going for our main function. So let me keep what we have initialized in the linear search function. Linear search function has array a as the array, n as the variable again, and key also here. So again, we are going next line. We are like initializing the main function. This is the main function. Okay. The first thing what we are doing is like initializing int a as 100 here. We are directly giving the value of int a value as 100. This is different. This variable is different, and this variable is different. Okay. Then again, we are initializing the value, the variable is named as n, then key, then I, then position. I'll explain you why we have like initialized this all. We'll like proceed further so that we'll understand it by by the coming statements. The first thing is like we are printing a message here. Enter the size of the array. We are basically like entering the size of the array. For example, I have taken the size of the array as 5. So here we are prompting the user. In the next line, we are prompting the user for like giving the value of for giving the for like asking the value of what size of the array. So after we have initialized the size of the array, we are next step what we are doing is like enter the array elements. This we have seen in one dimensional array, right? Like how we were like taking the inputs from the user for the value of array. The same thing we are doing here. The same thing we are prompting the user for like storing the array. So this I think I don't need to explain this step, as we have seen the same thing in the one dimensional array. What we are doing is nothing but we are storing the values here. So for example, I'm storing the value, that is let me draw the array diagram. The size is 5, right? 1 2 0 1 2 3 4 4 0 1 2 3 4. Okay. So we are basically prompting the user for entering this value. This is already explained, so I will proceed further. Okay. The next thing what we are doing is entering the key element. What is this key element? This key element is nothing but what what value you want to be searched. Like what is the value that you are searching for? For example, I have given the value here as 3 4 5 1 2. These are the values which I have stored there. So we are like giving the program the key value which we are searching for. For example, let us take that I'm searching for value 1. So here the next step, it will prompt me what is the key value. The key value is 1, right? I have given the key value as 1. So this key value will be searched sequentially in this array. Okay. After that, what we are doing is like we are like calling this function here. This position, position function. No, not the. We are not calling the function. We are giving the position variable. Inside this position variable, we are calling the function linear search here. This what happens here is like, as soon as we declare this position as this thing, why we are taking position as that, is like, position, we are taking the position as index value, I guess, index value. So as soon as this linear search function is called, the program, how it was going sequence, how it was going line by line, this command will directly take us to this function here. Okay, this function will be executed next after this. After this has been called, after this linear search is called, it will go and it will take the function. It will execute this linear search function here. So as we have declared these values here, the same thing we are declaring here, and inside that we have also taken int I. We are declaring int I. Again, there is a for loop here. In this for loop, what we are doing is like, we are can we as soon as we are going we are executing this function, what happens is like, we are giving the returning the I value from here. This I value, why we are returning is that you will understand in this. After this, just leave this statements here. Check this one here. If the position is equals to -1, if the position is equals to -1, as soon as this value becomes -1, it will tell that element is not found. As soon as the value is not -1, it is the index I value, it will element will be found. Position is +1. So let us understand from this function. It's from the function. So you have understood basically why we are using -1 here. Else we will print this. Okay. As soon as we were here, right, in the position thing, as soon as this function is called, the command will go to this. The program will proceed from here. Here we are storing int I is equals to 1, and the for loop is uh, here it is doing I is equals to 0. I is less than n. N is nothing but the size what we are given. The n is 5 here. So this 5 value will be used here. Okay, will be used here. Will be used here. 0 is less than 5. It will check and it will come inside the loop. And now we are using the if condition here. Why we are using the if condition is like for comparing the key value. For comparing the key value, we are using the if condition here. So to check if if the key element is equals to this, we are checking here. Let us see what is the statement it is given. If a of I is equals to key. If a of I equals to key is a of I value for the first iteration will be 0. 0 is equals to is our comparison operator, like we are comparing the both value. What is the key value which we have searched for? The key value which we have searched for is 1. So we are checking if a of 0 is equals to 1. What is a of 0 we have, which we have stored? 3. Is 3 equal to 1? No, it is not. So it will not come for this return statement. Okay, will not it will not go for return statement. So next what will happen is we'll go for the second iteration. As soon as the I value becomes 1, it will again check for the condition is I less than n. I value is what? 1 now. From 0, it was 0 earlier. Now it has been incremented to 1, and it will check for I is less than n. N is the size of our array. I it is 5. So again it will check, and it will check the condition, and as soon as the condition is true, it will go for this if statement. A of 1. What is A of 1? A of 1 is equal to key element. What is our key element? Key element what we have passed? 1. We have passed 1, 1, right? It will check. Is 4 A of 1 is 4, right? 4 is equals to 1. Is it true? No, it is not. So it will not come inside this statement again. It will again go for this incrementation. Again, the value of I is incremented. Now it will prompt, now we'll check for A of 2. Is A of 2 equal to our key element? Again, it will check that no, A of 2 is, what is A of 2 we have stored? It is 5. So 5 is not equal to 1 again. Again, it will like go for incrementation. The I value is again like incremented to 3. Is A of 3 equal to 1? A of 3 is 1. Yes, 1 is equal to 1, right? So it will go and execute this return statement, which is inside this if statement. What it is? Return I. So we are basically returning this I to this position here. We are storing this I value here. So we'll return I value here. Okay. So the position value, as soon as it becomes 1, it will have the position, like the variable position is now having the value 1 in stored. Okay. After this step is executed, it will go for this next if statement. It will check position is equal to -1. Is 1 equal to -1? Like we have stored 1 in the position variable, right? It is not, right? 1 is not equal to -1. So this if statement will not be executed. Rather than the like from being executing this step, it will not be executed. It will execute the else statement. This else statement, what it is doing, it is printing that element. Yes, we have found the element, right? It is printing element found at position this. What is our position value? Position value is 3 here. Position value is 3. Not, no, not the position value. Position value, what we have got, position value which we have stored is like position is yeah, 3, I guess, right? Return I. I is nothing but 3, right? So 3 we have like stored here. Sorry, it was not 1, it was 3 here. The position value which we are storing is 3. My bad. It is like 3 we are storing here. So as 3 is not equals to -1, again it will come inside and it will see that the position value is 3. 3 plus 1. Why we are doing 3 plus 1? Why we are doing 3 plus 1 is like I have said you that key matrix is starting from 0, right? For like printing the accurate value, like for computer it is starting from 0, but for us the size is 5, right? So the fourth position is nothing but taken by this taken this 3 value are printing as 4 here. So that's why like we are adding +1 there. Okay. So element found at position percentage d, position is nothing but 4. For computer, it is starting for 0. For computer, the matrix, like the array values starts from 0. For us, it is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for printing this 4 value, we are like nothing but we are adding +1 here. So it is done here. So what happens if there is a key element which is not at all present in our array? What happens is the same procedure will be happening, like so like comparison procedure same it will be happening, but instead of like how we were getting equals to key element, this if statement will not be executed. This loop will run out or like run out of its like n elements. Finally the loop will be like uh, 5, right? 5 is less than 5. When it is at the end iteration, 5 is less than 5, again it will come false. Then this return -1 will be like executed. This -1 will, this return I will not be like executed. This return minus I, why it is executing? Because this for loop has like completed its execution. As 5 is less than equal to 5 is false, so it will come out of this loop, this for loop. It will go for return -1. As soon as it goes for return -1, this position value will be, 1 second, this position value will be stored as -1. Position value is -1, then this statement will be executed. Understood? Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt here? or should I proceed? Do ask any if you have any doubt, please ask. If you want, I can explain you once again. Proceed. Okay. Now let us go for binary search algorithm. What is binary search algorithm? Like linear search algorithm, we were like searching for sequentially, right? Binary search will be like doing a divide and conquer method. I'll explain you what is divide and conquer. But there is a but there is a condition for binary search. In binary search, the array should be sorted. Sorted in the sense I cannot store my like previously I was storing my array like this. Let us take an example of 5. I was storing like 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. Let us take an example. We cannot we cannot apply binary search for this array. Why is it? Because we need a sorted array. Sorted array in the sense we should store the array in like from ascending order. Like it should be stored like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be sorted like this. It only works on sorted arrays, and we basically work on divide and conquer. We'll understand what is divide and conquer in the coming program. Okay. This is the program for binary search. Let us like see what we are like doing from start. This is our main package. What we are initializing. The next thing again, what we are doing is like uh, we are initializing a function here so that the code remains clean. This function is like continued here. Okay. Basically how does this binary search algorithm works is, let me take a array of size 5 and let me take a sorted array. Okay. This is our array. What is divide and conquer method? So what we do is we'll like basically divide this array into two. How do we do that is, this we will like take this as low, and this will take this as high. Okay. Now first of all, we should also like we'll like directly give what is the key element in the start. So for example, I'm searching for 4 here. Now what I do is I will also take a mid value also. This I will declare it as mid. Okay. As soon as I have done that, I will first check key. If first what we will do is that key, this variable low is having the value 1, access of value 1. This mid variable is having the access of 3. This high value is having the access of 5. Okay. Now what we basically do is like we'll first we will compare. If as we are having the access of 3, I will directly compare my key value. Is it like key value, is it key equal to like the mid value? I will directly compare here. I will directly compare my mid value with my key value. I will directly compare my mid value with the key value. If it is true, then we'll print that it is a successful search, and then we'll also print which at which position it is found. Okay. The second thing what we do is we will see if key value is like greater than mid value. If key value is greater than mid value, as the key value is 4, we did like I have taken the example of 4. This condition is not satisfied for the following key element. Now next what it checks is like, is key value greater than mid? Mid value is 3, right? Key value is 4. Is 4 value like is the mid value, is the key value greater than key value like 4, is 4 greater than 3? Yes, 4 is greater than 3. So what we do is like we divide our array here. We'll only use this array, this only we'll cut short this array into this part. We'll take only this, and we will proceed with our binary search. And the third condition, if for suppose that the key element is not 4, it became uh understand it is 2 like. So we'll, if this condition is also false, we'll go for if key value is less than mid. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, it is. So we'll only take this array then. As soon as the array is the key element is less than 3, we will take this. We'll take only the first here this array. Okay, we'll leave this array. If suppose the value was 2, but for this example you have taken the value as 4, right? Okay. Now let us understand this. These are the three conditions which we will be checking. Okay. Now let us proceed with the help of the program so you can understand it better. Mm, okay. Now the first thing what we have done is like initialize the function. The second thing is we are going into the main function. N is nothing but how we have seen for the previous searching algorithm, linear search. It will store our size of the array. Key will be our the element which we are looking for. I will be our like using in loops. We'll using I and j frequently in loops, right? That is stored here. This position is nothing but the position where we are finding the key element. Okay. The next step is like we are executing or like we are printing a message for entering the size of array. We are prompting the user with the help of a message, that is enter the size of the element. Okay. Here we are taking the size of the array. The size of the array is 5, suppose. So so the n value will be 5. The next step, what it is doing is print 5 elements in ascending order. See, we are directly telling the user to please enter the value in ascending order, because there is a condition for binary search that your element should be in ascending order. So like this statement, what it will do is it will tell us enter 5 L 5 elements in ascending order. We'll prompt the user like this. I will prompt the user, and what is the next line doing? The next line is the for loop. So what is this for loop doing is basically we are like getting the values from the we are getting the values of array from the user. Okay, this 5, this values we are taking from the user. So your loop, like the for loop which we have seen in the one dimensional array for taking the elements from the user, that is only we are doing here. There is nothing new here. So basically we are taking the values of we are taking the values of array which is in ascending order. So I will write this as my value. So these are the values which we are which we will be giving to the program. After that, it is asking for our key element here. So let us check. Let us see that. Let us check for 2, because we can also take 3 as an example, but it will be an easy example for explaining, because as I have said that this value will be stored in mid. So directly for the first time itself, we'll for the first iteration only we'll get the message as successful search. So let us for better understanding, we'll take the value as 2, so you will understand better. We can also take for 4, but I am taking here as 2. Okay. Now what happens is like I am entering the key value. Key value I have entered here is 2. Okay. Now again, this position we are Again in the position variable, we are calling a function binary search here. So the control of the program will go from here to here. This function, this function which you are using, right? It will go here. And in this, what we are passing is like the dynamic array, the int and the int key. We are passing what we are passing. This array we are passing. This element n we are passing. The key is also the key also we are passing here. Okay. Now what it is doing is like look, here it is like initializing low as 0. This initializing low as 0, high as n minus 1. N is 5, right? So 5 minus 1 it will initialize here to high. So high will be 4. So let me keep a track of it. Low is 0, high is 4. Mid is, we are not initializing mid anything. So let us see what is mid here. Okay. We are using a while loop here, as you can see. While you, if I guess you know what is while loop. So we'll proceed. So while what it is checking, let us see. While low is less than equals to high. Low, what is the value of low? 0. Is 0 less than equal to high value? High is 4. Yes, it is. So this will come inside. As soon as it will come inside, as soon as it comes inside, 1 second. Hmm. Okay, I'm back. So where were we? Like we are checking the while condition, right? So 0 is less than 4, it will check. Yes, it is okay. Then again it will come inside the loop. Now here we did not initialize what is mid, right? We did not initialize what is mid. We did not initialize what is mid. So here we are initializing what is mid. What is mid? Mid is nothing but mid is equals to low plus high. Low plus high, I am directly like keeping putting the values here. Low is 0, high is 4. So 0 plus 4 by 2. We are doing a division here so that we'll like basically get the correct midpoint. So 0 plus 4, what is 0 plus 4 is 4 by 2. 4 by 2 is nothing but 2. So we'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll get this as our midpoint. Now you get it why how we are getting the midpoint here. This is how we'll get the midpoint here. After like giving the midpoint like how after getting the mid, what we'll do is like we'll go for the next line. What is the next line? What is the next line saying? It is a if statement. What is the if statement asking us? If a of mid is equals to key. What is a of mid? As a is our array, mid value, what was the mid value? Mid value was 2. We are checking if a of 2 is equals to key. What is the key value which we were searching for? We were searching for 2, right? 2. What is a of 2? 3. 3 is equals to 2. Is it true? No, it is not. So we will not execute this return statement. Rather that we will not execute this return. We'll go for the next else if. What is else if saying here? Else if is saying that key is less than a of mid. What is key here? Key what we were searching for was 2, right? 2 we were searching for. So 2 is less than equals to a of mid. A of mid value is like a of 2, right? A of 2 is nothing but 3. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, a like 2 is less than 3. Obviously, yeah, it is like execute like it is satisfying, right? So we'll not go for this else statement. We'll not go for this else statement. Rather that we'll like execute this high is equals to mid minus 1. What it does is mid value, what we were having the mid value as 2, right? This this high value will be changing from being 4. It was 4 before, right? Now what happens is high value will change from mid value is like 2, right? 2 minus 1. Mid value was 2. So 2 minus 1. What it is, it will be 1. Now the high value is 1. As I said you before, the low and highs will be this first. Then after that, we have already given like a low here, low as 0 here in this statement. In this statement, we are giving high already, like we are already initializing what were high and low. So low and high, as I explained you, will be this. Now what we are doing is, as soon as we have executed this else if condition satisfied, right? So high is equals to mid minus 1. Mid minus 1 is nothing but mid is 3. Mid is 2, right? Mid value we got, it has 2 here. So 2 minus 1. So the high value from being 4 will now become 1. So this high value will come from here to here. Now this will be our high value. Okay. As soon as this high value is this, now what happens is this else if has been executed, right? As else if is executed, this should like come out and again check for low is less than equals to high. This while condition will again be checked. So low, what is low? What is low? Low is 0. Low is 0. Low, 0 is less than equals to high. What is our new high value? Is 1. Yes, 0 is less than equals to 1. It is satisfying. So what happens is it will again come inside this if else statement. This if else ladder will again execute this if else ladder. We'll again check key if no, we'll again calculate the mid value. Sorry. After executing this while condition, we'll again calculate the mid value. So mid value is nothing but low plus high. So low is our 0 only, but high value has been changed uh, from like a 3 high value from 4 it became 1, right? So 0 plus 1 by 2. Now 0 plus 1 by 2 will be like 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. Now 0.5 here we will take the value as a absolute, like we'll floor this value. Okay, we'll like basically remove this and we'll like give that mid value as 1. We'll not take the decimal value, we'll directly take the value as 0.1. Okay, so what happens is now key will now go for this if else ladder. We'll now go for this if else ladder. This mid has been given 1 here. This mid is now become 1. Okay, this as soon as this has become 1, the mid value from being this will become this 2. Okay, as soon as this has been done, this key where this if else statement will be executed. Okay, again this statement will be executed. If a of mid, the mid value which we have taken is now become 1, so a of 1 is equals to key element. It will check a of 1 what it is, 2. Is 2 equal to 2? Yes, 2 is equals to 2. What happens is we are returning the mid value here. So this mid value will be returned and will be stored in our position element. Okay. As soon as this happens, we'll go for this if statement. If statement is like for if what we are checking position equals to -1. No, we did not get our position element as -1. It will execute this else statement. Else statement means what is happening, like position is like what is the position which we have returned is 2, right? 1, sorry, 1 we are returning as the position. So it will print this value element found at position so and so, and position as I've said for uh, readability and all, we are like basically adding a +1 so that we will not count the 0 1. As I said, array starts from 0, no doubt, but for us it always starts from 1 2 3 4 5. So we'll get 1 plus 1 2. So this value will be printed is found at the position 2, and the program is complete here. In the case of like if we are searching for an element which is not at all present in our array, what happens is this array will be like continuously be divided. How it is divided, it will check For example, 6 I am searching. 6 is not at all there here, but it will check for the mid value. Is 3 equals to 6? No. What happens is like it will come inside. It will check, else if it will check for. Else if is like less than equals to mid. Is key less than equals to mid? 3 is less than equals to 6, right? 6 is greater. So what happens is like we'll like divide the array in this. This we'll take this. We'll take this and we'll search for this element. Like we'll search for this array only, this amount of array. Again, then also we if we'll not get us, then we'll like return this key. Return is equals to minus one. After executing everything, we'll like go for this return. Return basically what it does is interrupts the flow of the program and goes here. Directly it will go and return the value here. So we'll at end we'll get the minus one. Then if we'll go for the if statement, one is equal minus one is equals to minus one. Yes, it is true. Then this statement will be executed. This is how binary search will work. Any doubt? Any doubts? Do ask. I will explain it once more. Any notes? Anybody else? Do remember that key binary search will be only be done for sorted arrays. Okay. Anybody else? Any doubts? If you did not understand, I can explain you once more. So that's it, I guess, for this session. There is a difference chart here which you are saying. What is the different basic difference? Like it is a, a real basic difference. What is the basic difference between linear and binary search? Array order in linear search can be anything, but in binary search only it will be sorted array. The speed for linear search is very slow because we are like sequentially going through every single element. That's why the speed is slow. When compared to binary search, the speed is fast. The complexity you can like skip it. I don't think it comes in your exams. And use case, this is for like small data. This is for large data because for large data, binary search is the most optimal one. For small data, the like small for small data, linear search is more like good because for if you apply for linear search for large data, it will take lots of time. So that's why we don't use linear search for large data. Okay. These are the basic examples that we see in like day-to-day life where you can apply this arrays, like linear search and binary search. For as dictionary is like very big and very like bulky, so we use bulky data. We'll be dealing with bulky data, so that's why we'll use binary search. For like searching a name in attendance list in our college, we can like use linear search. For arrays, we use for student marks, temperature readings, monthly expenses. That's it. Any questions you can ask if you have any questions in like one dimensional, two dimensional, or three dimensional, or any of the searching techniques, I can explain you once again if you want. Can you summarize linear search code? Okay, 1 second. Hmm. In linear search, as I have said you, we will be searching sequentially. So this is the function. This is the function which you are declaring. This is the main function, and this is the continuation of our function which we have declared here. So first thing what we are doing is like we are initializing the array, then the n, then the key, then the I, then the position. And as you have seen in the binary search also, uh, as we have seen in the binary search also, n is like we are taking the user input for the size of the array. After that, what we are doing is like we are like how we have seen in one dimensional array, we are like prompting the user to enter the values of the data by values which we will be using in the array. So we will be prompting here the values of the array. So after that, we are entering the key element. What is the key element? Like what we are searching for? That element will be entered here. After that, there is a function call here. Position equals to, we are calling a function called as linear search. So this value of a which we have stored here, right? The value of a will the array value will be given here, will be passed on to the linear search function. The n value will also be passed on to the linear search function. The key value also will be passed on to the linear search function. After that, this as soon as there is a function call, where the control of the program goes to this function. What happens here? Int I is declared here, and a loop is being declared. This loop, why we are declaring this loop, is for sequential search. For this sequential search, what we are doing for an array, uh, this for sequential search we are doing like using a loop. What it is doing, it is like using for loop for I is equals to 0, I less than n. Is 0 less than n? What was the value of n? Let us assume we prompted a value of 5 here. So like 5. So 0 is less than 5. Yes, it is true. Then it will come inside the loop and it will check for a of I. What is the value of I for the first iteration? 0. 0 is equals to key. Key value, let us assume we are searching for 2 here. So is it like this? Is this value equals to 2? Let us assume this is 1, 4, 5, and 3. Is 1 equals to 2? No, it is not. So what happens? Again, there will be an iteration. From 0, the value will be incremented to 1. Then it will check for 4. Is 4 equal to 2? No, it is not. Again, it will increment. Again, it will check. Yes. Now we are getting 2 equal to 2. As soon as that is this if statement executes, this return statement will be executed. As soon as this return statement is executed, what I said, as soon as there is a return statement, this control of the program will go to this position. This position will now be carrying our I value. What was the I value there? The I value was 2. So this 2 position will now be 2. So now we will be going for this if statement. As soon as this if statement is checked, 2 is equals to minus 1. It is not, right? So this will not be executed. Else statement will be executed. Here 2 plus 1, why we are doing 2 plus 1 here is this position plus 1. This is position plus 1. Why we are doing position plus 1 means for computer it is the array is starting from 0 no doubt. But for us it will be from 1. So to represent that, we will be adding a plus 1 here. So element found at 3. So for 1, 2, 3. Yes. At 3, we are getting the element. Okay. But but for example, if I'm entering a key element which is not at all present in the array, what happens is the sequential search will happen for till the end. If at all the element is not present, this for loop will end here and it will execute this line, return minus 1. This line will again be given to the position. The position element, the position variable now will be carrying minus 1. As soon as this is minus 1, then it will execute the if statement. Position equals to minus 1. Yes, position is minus 1, right? Minus 1 is equals to minus 1. Then it will execute this line of code. It will print that element has not been found. Now you have understood it? Okay. Anyone else doubts? Sorting will be like covered in tomorrow's session, I guess, as it is already close to 9. So we'll take sorting tomorrow. Anybody else? Any doubts? Yeah, sorting will be taken in tomorrow's session, I assume, because it is already late. So We'll be taking it tomorrow. Any other doubts? If anyone is having, feel free to ask. And the PYQs will be taking in the last session. There you will understand what type of questions will be asked and all. So Jazakallah khair for attending this session. And is Abid or Wasi here? Uh, okay, then anything? Oh, okay. Thank you, Jazakallah khair, everyone. If any doubts, please ask in the group. We'll clear the doubt. Okay.